Okay, so here's the thing that I think nobody is talking about enough. And I think teenagers understand better than most adults, but I actually want to even explicate it a little bit more, which is to talk about these algorithms that drive social media content.
Hmm.
So the algorithms are, and I'm going to oversimplify it, but these are extraordinarily complex and extraordinarily powerful equations. And these are equations that have predictive power. And what they are predicting is what can we put in front of you on your feed next that it's going to make it really hard for you to stop looking at your feed. So just to do some math here, because I think the math is important, but this is, again, an oversimplification of these are vastly more sophisticated equations than I'm even articulating. But on one side of the equation, we have what we call the independent variables. And then there's an equal sign, and then we have a single dependent variable. And the dependent variable depends on all of these independent variables. The dependent variable is the thing we're putting in front of you next that makes it impossible for you to pull away. On the other side of the equation are all of these independent variables. The kinds of variables that are there are, what have you looked at last? What did you spend a little extra time on? What did you comment on? What did you like? What have you searched for? What has everybody in your demographic ever searched for? What did you dislike? What did you scroll right past? So you can actually picture like almost like thousands of independent variables that go out just miles with tons of data points informing them that are all distilling into this single, what are we going to show you next? And so when any of us experience this sense of like, we can't stop looking, it is not a comment on character. It is not a comment on willpower. What it is a comment on is that these are extraordinarily powerful equations working with massive data sets. The bigger the data set, the better the predictive power. And so what we have to know every time any one of us picks up social media or YouTube is that we are entering into a manipulation. We are entering into a universe that is by design has one goal and one goal only, which is to manipulate our attention to make it impossible for us to step away so that they can sell us more things and make more money. Like that's the whole deal. That's the whole deal, the whole deal. And so what I would say to all of us, teenagers included, is you got to decide how long and how much you want to be played. And you got to decide if what you're getting out of it is worth what you're losing in terms of time you wish you'd spent elsewhere. So what I would like, I think cynicism can feel like a pretty harsh word. I would say like a healthy cynicism, though. I think the best thing about teenagers is their healthy like skepticism, but bordering on cynicism sometimes. This is a great thing to bring to the social media universe. So that's how I would talk to teenagers about it.